Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another episode of Left 4 Dead 2 Myth Busting Mondays. And in today's video for the final myth, we're going to be testing to see if whether or not that during invincibility frames, whether that be being revived or whether or not being saved from a special infected, with the correct timing, if a tank were to punch a survivor, would they be able to survive lethal fall damage if they were hit so quick that the invincibility frames were still active at the time that they hit the ground. So that's what we're going to be testing at the end of the video. If you guys have been enjoying today's video, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and all that beautiful stuff. And if you also have a myth of your very own that you would like to be featured in next week's episode, please by all means leave it here in the comments down below. Or also alternatively, you can leave within my Discord server, which is going to be linked down below in this video's description. All that being said, guys, I hope you end up enjoying seeing this week's episode of Left 4 Dead 2 Myth Busting Mondays. Myth: when attacking the witch as a special infected, if you turn into a tank, will the witch still target you? Alrighty guys, the first myth is going to be submitted in by Kaibab. Now Kaibab's myth is based off of one we tested recently, where we tested whether or not that when you stumble a witch with a select gun, if a special infected scratches her, will she target the special infected instead of the survivor, which that was the case. But the special infected gets teleported away in order to become a tank, will the witch still remember which player attacked her and go for them again? Now, there was two different types of results that we got. This was the first one. So after I scratched the witch as the hunter, even though she wasn't attacking me at first, when I approach her as the tank this time, shortly after she bumps into me here, she starts attacking me. And it's not just for a brief second for her to get me out of her way, she just continually attacks me, and she's not going for Drages now, like, whatsoever. Now in this test, which I conducted with Tyler, when Tyler ends up shooting the witch, and I end up scratching her as the hunter, this time around, when I'm the tank, she doesn't go for me whatsoever. She actually just runs away per normal, like after she's done killing somebody. Now, I did try to get in front of her and see if whether or not that bumping into her would get her to attack, because I know that if I hit her as a tank, she'll just get one-shot KO'd, but this didn't end up making her want to attack me either. So in regards to myth number one, I have to label as plausible because it just depends. We had one result where she did it and another one where she didn't do it. And the same method to getting to that point barely ended up changing. All we did was just swap out what spot the witch was in, and maybe about like how many times I was able to get a scratch in before I swapped over to the tank. Myth: can you play the shooting gallery minigame as a spitter? Alrighty guys, the second myth is submitted in by good guy Nick. Now he asks, can you play the first carnival game? And I'm going to show you that if it comes to playing the game, like activating it, then you cannot, because the button can only be used by a survivor, and if you scratch at it or if you spit at it, the game simply won't start. But I also would like to assume that other than apart from starting the game, you also want to know whether or not you could play the game or win Noam Chomsky. And if that's the case, I'm also going to answer that for you as well. When it comes to the spitter goo, that doesn't end up knocking down the targets, but scratching will. But unfortunately, like I said, since you can't even start the game to begin with, automatically the myth has to therefore end up being busted. Myth: if a boomer stands next to the No Mercy gas station in Versus and a survivor shoots the boomer, will the gas station explode? Alrighty guys, the third myth is submitted in by Nova. Alright, so Spencer's a boomer and I'm going to blow him up, but I am going to blow him up multiple times just in case of whether or not that the boomer explosion is doing such little damage. And after blowing Spencer up like almost 10, 20, 30 times, I feel like it's not doing anything. I mean, heck, just for funsies, I'm even going to spawn gas cans, oxygen tanks, propane tanks, and fireworks right next to Spencer and blow him up next to them, so that way in case it might cause a chain reaction, but even this doesn't end up doing anything. That means that myth 3 is busted. Myth: can you piss off the witch by using a spray on her? Alrighty guys, myth 4 is submitted in by Dead Sled, aka Spencer. So I'm going to approach the witch and use my spray key, which is going to end up putting a spray underneath of the witch's feet, and we're going to see whether or not this angers her. And I placed the Noam Chomsky spray. Now, even though she's getting angry, she backs off when I end up leaving her alone after that, so it's more rather that she's getting irritated because of how close I was, not the actual spray itself. It's not like she instantly got angry like when she gets shot. Now, I can see why someone would think that spraying the witch would cause her to get angry, because if you're not quick enough to back off, she will attack you, but she's only getting angry because of how close you are, not the actual spray itself. So myth 4 is busted. Using a spray on a witch is not going to cause her to get angry and attack you, is instead just how close you are to her. Myth: While being invincible, is it possible to get punched by a tank and survive lethal fall damage? Alrighty guys, and then the last myth is submitted in by LWD Cartoons. Now just for a little bit of clarification, just in case anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about. There are certain instances in Left 4 Dead where you are invincible. This is to protect the player from basically being spawn killed. An example I can give that you probably have experienced once before has been being hit by spitter goo while you've been rezzed, which makes it so that way you don't end up basically being stuck in a loop where you can't ever get up because you're just hit by things repeatedly over and over again. The thing is with that invincibility though, is that it's very brief. When I hit Spencer here after he's done being rezzed, he does end up dying. And if we try to do this with the special infected, this is also still the case. He once again ends up dying. Now here's the thing though, is that if you try to hit anybody any earlier, sometimes you just won't have your attack register. And even swapping maps where you try to find areas that it doesn't take as long to get to the ground, it doesn't really make much of a difference either. So I'm going to say in confidence that the last myth is probably busted because I don't really know what could cause a survivor to descend to the ground quicker to still be within the time frame of invincibility. So unless someone can think up a different tactic we could use, I'm labeling the last myth as busted for now. Alrighty guys, but that is it here for today's video, and I do truly hope you guys ended up enjoying, and if you did, please consider dropping a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and all the beautiful stuff. And if you also have a myth of your very own that you would like to have be featured in next week's episode, please by all means leave it here in the comments down below. Or also alternatively, you can leave within my Discord server, which is going to be linked down below in this video's description. As we wrap up the video, guys, I want to mention two last quick things. Number one, I have a second YouTube channel now. It is called Black Ninja 797 Extras. And on this channel, I'm going to be uploading and posting additional content that you would normally not see here on my main channel, such as gameplay walkthroughs, funny moments with my friends, and Challenge Accepted, which was a series I used to do here on my main channel where I play games you guys request me to play. If you guys want to check out the second channel, there is going to be a link down below in this video's description. I also want to say thank you and shout out to Epic Games for being my first ever sponsor. I have supported creator code with them, and the code is just my name, Black Ninja 797. If you guys want to, you can use it in the Fortnite and Epic Games item shops. Anybody that uses my code or has used it before in the past, I tremendously appreciate you. And yeah, guys, all that being said, I hope you end up enjoying seeing another YouTube video from the most unique YouTubers I'm ever going to see. Thanks for watching, guys. I love all of you, and peace out.
Hey, meme lords, Jesus here, and you better have enjoyed that video there by the eternal god Daddy Ninja. You should probably subscribe too, or the mighty Moab will come for your balls. If you enjoyed the video, you might like it too, and give me the memes. Flash, bang, boom!